Games on there. People have went on to run in Olympics. Freya Murray is the top medalist in the female side of the sport. People maybe remember Nat Muir from back in the 80s. You know, the guy with the equal most winning streak.
Yeah, a lot of trivia from that website.
I'm just an old guy. But yeah, there's loads of information on there, and if you really love your sport, go and have a look at it. And even for people that maybe just tuning in tonight and have not been around for a few years, go and have a look at your results. They'll be on there somewhere. See what your best national was. It's always the question, isn't it? What was your best national?
Yeah, there's with archives like that though. People have to be honest now, don't they? There's no hiding away.
Yeah, I won it once.
Yeah. Can be caught out, can't they? Stuff like that, and the power of 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weeding them out slowly.
The modern world. It's no longer newspaper clippings, is it?
No. Times have changed. And here we have the senior women now. The last race of the day that's on our coverage, and you know, going through that mud pile. It's absolutely crazy, isn't it? A really hard start to the race with the weather bounding it down on them.
Yeah, it really was. I thought the women had the worst bit, but until the men actually started their race. But certainly it was difficult conditions right at the start of the race. It's eased off slightly. The hail as they come along the golf course here, and that's looks like Mary McLennan running for her Inverness club up the front, and a few Fife vests as well. So they're obviously challenging for the team trophy, putting a marker down early in the race. And the women do three large laps, the same as the men, so equal distances now. We've got equality in Scottish athletics, and this year they've made it the same as the men, 6 to count for the team race. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. A little bit controversial. It was muted a few years ago, and clubs didn't want it. It felt that would just favour the big clubs, and it would mean some of the smaller clubs couldn't field a team. So it'll be interesting to see the figures at the end of it, see how many finishing teams there were. But the decision's been made at 6 to count now, and it means that further down the field, all these places count.
It definitely can't hurt for them to be doing equal.
It's exactly the same as the men now.
It?
You know, you can run as many as you like, but your first six home count, and it's the same distance as it's been for a number of years. But this is the first time that it's 6 to count for the women. So 5-2 in the top 4 there.
And it's Mary McLennan leading it in these early stages.
There's the elements coming in again.
God, it looks absolutely awful, doesn't it?
This bit here they're coming off used to be quite a nice pitch and putt golf course, but it's been allowed to grow, and it's now quite a challenge. As you can see, a bit longer grass, a bit tufty. And the back coming round towards the side of the house, and McClellan's put the hammer down. It's across the road at the side of the mound. And she looks to be opening up a bit of a gap as she approaches the tented village. But look at the conditions, absolutely horrible. It must be freezing for these women out there, just in vests and shorts, running into the wind. But they all look like they're enjoying themselves, and there's plenty of strong performances up the front here, isn't there?
Yeah, McLennan will be very determined to win, because she lost out last year. She finished fourth, but I interviewed her not too long ago, a few months ago. She said she shouldn't really have been running last year because she was very ill, but she just said, I'm just so stubborn, I need to, whenever there's a cross country race, I just can't resist it. She went out and she still finished fourth, gave a good go, but it meant she lost her title out. Steph Twell came and won it last year. She'll be determined to get back out there again, won't she, and reclaim her Scottish title.
I didn't know she'd been ill. So fourth is a tremendous run when you've been ill, and it's certainly no disgrace to lose to an athlete the calibre of 12, who's running Olympics and Commonwealth Games, etc. And she came up and ran in the Kilbarcon vest last year and was a worthy winner. But I'm not so sure how she would have coped with these conditions today. It was slightly different last year, wasn't it? It was a bit sunny and a bit firmer underfoot.
Yeah. Would have been interesting, wouldn't it, to see how an athlete of that calibre tries to get past conditions like that. I mean, McLennan as well, though. She says she has quite a condition where she gets bronchitis quite a lot. A lot of times throughout the year. But she said sometimes getting bronchitis is quite good for her, because once she gets it and once she recovers from it, she makes like a big comeback. She seems to make a big comeback every time. So she sort of closed out that by her interview by saying bronchitis for the win, basically, because it sort of pushes her on to new heights every time she gets it.
It's a different approach, isn't it? You know, I'm going to get ill and I'll get better, but sometimes you just need to back off that wee bit as an athlete, isn't you? And you need a rest, and your body recovers and becomes that bit stronger, and you get a chance to think. And I think sometimes, you know, you think and you become, an injury or an illness can make you more determined to come back stronger, doesn't it? And that is obviously the case for her.
Yeah, whatever it is, it seems to work, and you know she's taken this race on now, and she looks well in front, and she doesn't look like she'll be catch. She's got Annabelle Simpson just behind her.
Yeah, Annabelle's comes through strongly there into second place, and maybe that's her distance work coming to the fore. I think she may be coached by Ron Morrison over in Fife, who's on the start team today, and the president of Scottish Athletics, and again another famous family running gurus.
Yeah, Annabelle Simpson, a 5,000 metre Scottish champion, you know, so really good on the track. You know, got it in her legs to be good at distance running. She's still, you know, she's keeping her eye on McLennan anyway. A really big gap to make up, but she's not a million miles away.
No, she's chasing hard and still looking strong there, which is great to see. And you never know, we could get a good race. Certainly close for third and fourth here. 5:05.2. That's Moira Stewart. From Cambuslang, again another interesting athlete. She spends a lot of time, family's based in the Czech Republic, and her father Eddie is famous in Scottish athletics. He wins a lot of medals in Masters these days, still winning his age group or medalling in his age group, and picked up a lot of senior medals as part of the Cambuslang team in the 80s, and again an international class athlete, so it's in the genes.
Yeah, but again, no pressure, obviously.
No pressure. Yeah, she comes over a few years now. She's been coming over for the big races, which is great to see them come and support their national championships. McLennan, British internationalist, again top quality at the front of the field here, and she looks so comfortable coming round the little crazy golf. Got a twisty section here because of the tarmac that's down there for the crazy golf. Simpson still looks strong as well, and she's looking, isn't she? She's looking up and looking after her, so she's obviously determined.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she's struggling in her eyes. She's definitely looking forward, and just, you know, she's got that focus, hasn't she?
Yeah,
in her eyes.
Definitely.
I wonder if they get the weather like this in the Czech Republic much, or conditions. I wonder if Moira Stewart's used to this at all.
I don't really know. It's probably warmer in the summer than Scotland, but I think they probably get a wee bit harsh winters as well. And that looked like Steph Pennycook, Fife, going through in fourth place.
Yeah, it's quite close, isn't it, for that third place at the moment? You know, Stewart's being made to work hard, isn't she? I think she was the runner-up last year, though. From what I remember, she was finished behind Steph 12, so she actually beat the current person, the person who's currently in the front, Mary McLennan.
Yeah, but you did say she was ill, so.
Yeah, but I think she'll definitely take it, though, won't she?
Yeah, definitely.
Now,
so they've just passed the turn in the drive. The school in the background there, so they're going along and up another little steep bit here, up over remnants of the Antonine Wall, and they go on to what we call locally the plateau area. So they're about to go on to the third lap. So 2/3 of the way through the course here, and they still look strong, don't they? Stewart running strongly along there, and a decent bit of ground here to run on, and then you come off the mud. And you maybe get a chance to think about the turn into the hill, but again another turn into the hill. So you're not really getting a run at these. You know, you turn and then the hill's in front of you, so it's not like it's straight in front of you for a good bit. You know, and you can think about, or you can charge up it from the start. You've got to get round that corner before you shorten your stride and drive up the hill. Yeah. McLennan's come down the other side now and starting to lap athletes.
Yeah, she doesn't look like she's going to be giving up that top spot. It looks like a very big gap, and one that Annabelle Simpson probably isn't going to be able to close unless it's a huge grandstand finish.
She's not too far behind, but McLennan still looks pretty comfortable there, doesn't she? Simpson's still looking at her though, and she's working hard, and she's obviously a determined athlete.
Yeah, looks safe for second, and I think Maurice Stewart as well. You know, from the gap that we saw before, looks safe in third as well, I think. Yeah,
it's looking that way. They're well round the last lap here, and you see athletes going back the way in the golf course, and obviously they're lapping other athletes as well. So yeah, I guess couple of K to go.
Yeah, this is the last time I think the last time they'll go up the hill, isn't it? Round the last part. It'll feel neat. It'll be a sweet moment, won't it? This for Myra McLennan. It'll feel like quite a long time since she last won Scottish Gold. It was only in 2018, but you know, so much has happened since then. You know, she's been to the World Championships, been to the Europeans. She's also recently in a university course. She's been lecturing as well in Spanish. As well so far.
So she's not just a talented athlete, a talented linguist as well.
Yeah, I mean, she said it's definitely a calling in life, as she said in the interview, is being a lecturer in Spanish. So she does that on the side of competing internationally.
All the training, yeah.
Yeah. She says she has to get up really early, about 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and do training, and then go and do a lecture, and then train in the evening. So. I think she does that all on her own. I don't think anyone else is mental enough to join her on that.
But it shows you the determination of the top class athletes, isn't it? It's not just the swimmers that get up early in the morning and go and train in the dark. And the hands aloft there again, and you know, she's got the whole of the home straight there.
As she comes, you can see the delight on her face. She's absolutely savouring this moment, isn't it? As I say, they're hugging a friend there. It's been as I say, it'll feel like a long time coming. It'll feel like a long time since she's last crossed the line and broken the tape.
Across the line there, and she looks pleased with that and the embrace.
It looks like it seems to have only just hit her that she's picked up a medal, doesn't it?
Absolutely fantastic reaction, isn't it? And another medal heading its way back north up the country. Britain's most northerly city, Inverness, and they've certainly done really well today, haven't they?
Yeah, and now we have the third athlete coming through, Maurice Stewart, who has the trip from Czech Republic definitely hasn't been wasted, has it? She's come away with something.
No, bronze medal. Yep, absolutely brilliant.